My name is Contover, and this is Current Buzz. Thank you for watching today. I have a gentleman, his name is Steve DiSalvo. Steve is called Steve Chemsford. He has a program that he runs out of his house. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
And it's called the Mop Tops and the King radio show. And the Mop Tops, he's talking about the Beatles, and the King, of course, is Elvis Presley. But I know that, but a lot of people may not know that. So he's going to explain why he does it, who they are, and who are the Beatles. A lot of people may not know who the Beatles are out there, and who's Elvis Presley. So you have to take your time. Yeah, I know. It just ages us. That's what it does. Go ahead.
Well, the radio show that I do, it's in its 14th year.
Okay.
December 4th, we're going to be starting our 15th year on the air.
I just want to say something. 9 years ago, Steve Chemsford was on my show, and at that time, I think he already had 12 radio stations that you were on.
12 or 13.
And now it's
114 stations worldwide, across 31 U.S. states and 15 countries.
Okay. Explain the Mop Tops.
Well, first of all, the Mop Tops and the King. The show is Beatles and Elvis music. It's a 1-hour show with some fun surprises in between. I play other artists that relate to the Beatles and Elvis.
Okay.
Now, if you want me to explain who the Beatles are, I know I was in Market Basket a few years ago. I think I had a Beatles shirt on, and the cashier, who was a high school student, did not know who the Beatles were. They were a pop group from the 60s.
Okay.
Some people think the greatest rock and roll group of all time.
I have the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
But
John, Paul, George, and Ringo. John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, Ringo Starr. Okay. They recorded from 1960 to 1970.
Okay, 10 years.
Yeah, they were.
10 years.
But they hit the U.S. in 1964, so they were mega famous from 64 to 70.
Right.
Elvis is this guy from Memphis, Tennessee. For those who don't know, he was born in Tupelo, Mississippi, in 1935. This is his 90th year. He would have been 90 had he lived. Some people refer to him as the king of rock and roll. He was influenced countless artists, including every Beatle. Some people say, including John Lennon, if there was no Elvis, there would have been no Beatles. Now, some people may beg to differ.
You would know that history.
Well, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, John Lennon may have said the same thing about Chuck Berry.
Okay.
Elvis didn't necessarily like the title of King of Rock and Roll. Mm-hmm. He once called Fats Domino the real king.
I remember Fats Domino.
I think he called Chuck Berry the real king at one time.
I remember Chuck Berry.
But
I saw both of them.
Yeah, Elvis had tremendous influence. He sold millions and millions of records.
Right.
And he owned the Billboard charts for the most part, top 40, top 10 from 1956 to when he died in 1977.
Explain the Billboard charts to some people.
Well, it's new to this country. Billboard is a trade magazine in the music industry.
All right.
Their charts, the Hot 100, the Hot 100, is the industry standard of rating.
At that time, it
songs.
was just one list of songs, and now it's expanded.
Oh well,
correct?
in Elvis's day.
Yeah.
They had more charts. They had most played by disc jockeys, most played on jukeboxes, bestsellers in stores.
I didn't know jukeboxes.
Yeah, bestsellers in stores.
Oh, no kidding.
And it was called the Top 100 early on in Elvis's day.
Right.
In 1958, they changed it to the Hot 100.
The Hot 100, okay.
But, Elvis had, depending on which chart you look at, he had 18 number ones on Billboard. The Beatles had 20. But Elvis had more number ones in the UK than the Beatles did.
Oh, is that right?
If I'm not mistaken.
Now,
someone can fact check me.
How do you get a gold record? Because a lot of them had gold records. There's
platinum
record.
There's the. I'm not exactly an expert. You're testing me here, but there is the RIAA, which is the Recording Industry Association of America. They're the sanctioning body in the U.S. for gold records. Okay. Now, gold records, I believe, 500,000 copies for a gold, 1 million copies for a platinum.
Okay.
You want to guess what Elvis's best-selling album might be?
Jailhouse Rock.
Well, album. That's a single.
Oh, okay.
but
I'm sorry.
His Christmas album is his best-selling
No
album.
kidding.
So worldwide, I think it's sold over
Makes sense.
25 million copies
Because
worldwide.
over the years, people pick
Yeah.
it up, whatever.
Yeah, it's great. And I just finished recording actually the Mop Tops and the King Christmas special.
Oh, okay.
One of my favorite times to record the show.
Okay, if you want to listen to a show at 10 o'clock in the morning on WCAP Radio 980 on your dial, you can listen to Steve Chemsford.
Yes, and I would recommend to anybody who wants to learn about the show to check out my website.
Okay.
It's just spell it out, themoptopsandtheking.com.
Okay.
It's on 100. I have an archive page, so you could listen to it 24/7 just by going to the archive page. If you want to prepare a meal in the kitchen, bring your laptop, go to my archive page and listen to any episode you want.
Wow. Okay.
But it's on all the time. If you can check out my schedule page if you want to hear it.
Yeah, I
live.
did look at your schedule page.
It's on about 8 to 10 times a day, Sunday through Saturday. It's on a lot during the weekends. I think on Saturday it might be on 12 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you mentioned WCAP.
Yeah, radio.
The show is on
10.
10 other stations in Massachusetts.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That day on Sunday.
Oh, no, throughout the week.
Oh,
you have to
throughout
check
the
the
week.
schedule
Oh,
page.
okay. All right.
But it's heard, there's a lot of them are community stations. Like there's a community station in Salisbury, one in Worcester that it's on, Provincetown, Orleans, Sandwich. I forgot to bring my notes, so I have to go by memory. Springfield.
It's all right. That's what I do.
Yeah, Northampton, North Adams, and Salem.
So if you're watching this in Northampton, listen to him. What time?
Yeah.
Do you remember what time?
Yeah, oh yeah,
you're
I
on?
do know that, because that was one of the first stations that carried the show.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I'll tell you about the first station that carried
right.
it. I think they were like the third, so that's about close to 14 years ago. It's on Saturday night at 7 p.m. on WXOJ LP.
Good memory.
It's because one of my favorite stations. Northampton, Saturday night at 7 p.m.
Now, do you go to these stations eventually?
Especially the local ones.
Yeah, cool.
I've been to all the
No
ones
kidding.
in Massachusetts.
What an experience.
Yeah, and I've developed friendships with all these people.
That's great.
There's a great, extensive community
Okay.
all over the world, community radio. So I have friends in South Africa who play it on Zone Radio,
Cool.
an FM station.
Now, do you hear from people from
I do
South
get
Africa?
occasional emails. I got an email recently from Australia
Oh, cool.
because I'm on like 4 stations in Australia
Right.
saying that they like the show. I just picked up a station in Monterey, a commercial station.
Monterey, California.
California. They play it, oldies stations.
Yeah.
It's an oldies show.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm getting oldies stations. But they play it in Pacific time, Saturday morning at 7 a.m., which is a pretty good time for an
Yeah.
oldies show. KMBY. It's only been on for a couple months.
How did you get started in this?
Yeah.
Mr.
It was-
Chemsford?
yeah, pretty much by accident.
Okay, let's.
Yeah, so
let's
I'll try to make it.
pontificate
I'll try to
on
make
it.
it short.
No, don't make it short. I want to listen to
Well,
the gut,
I-
nuts and bolts of
Yeah,
this.
I worked for the Air Force Research Lab. I've talked to you
In
about.
Hanscom Field.
Yeah, for almost 30 years.
Right.
In fact, I brought the coin of our organization. I was going to give it to you. It's sitting on my kitchen table. I'm sorry. I'll get it to you.
All right.
It's a really nice coin. I know you
At
collect.
the hockey, I know you go to hockey
Yeah.
games, so
Oh,
I'll see you at the hockey
yeah.
game.
And by the way, happy belated Veterans Day.
Oh,
to you.
thank you very much.
My father's a veteran too. He's
Oh.
96 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
He must have some stories.
Yeah.
Was he in the Army? Or
Yeah, you interviewed him on the History Show
Oh, okay.
about 10 years ago.
Oh,
I mean, it's a long time.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, back to how my show started.
Oh, by the way, all those history show in regards to veterans are going to be on YouTube.
Okay,
So
great.
slowly they're going to
Okay.
start putting them on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if somebody's out there that has their father, uncle,
Okay.
grandfather.
My mother's still around too. She's 95. I would hate
Okay.
to mention my father and not my mother.
Oh,
But
of
anyways,
course.
I was working for the Air Force Research Lab doing a field test out in Tonopah, Nevada. Or Nevada, sorry. Nevada.
All right.
Yeah. Tonopah Test Range is about halfway between Las Vegas and Reno. Working for the Air Force Research Lab, I've done so many cool projects. I was there on a 3-week test and I don't want to go into detail, but we
Okay.
were measuring some cool stuff that was being shot off out there.
You can
So-
tell me after the show.
Yeah, yeah. My security clearance has lapsed, I think.
Oh.
But anyways,
right.
just kidding. So on a day off, I go about 20 miles down the road to Goldfield, Nevada, a tiny town in the desert of the high desert of Nevada.
Nevada.
Population 250. I end up going into this small cafe. I think it was the only place to eat in Goldfield. And I run into this guy, Dusty Fenders, and he just comes up to me. I was the only one there. I was having my cheeseburger. He comes up and starts talking to me about his radio station, Radio Goldfield.
Oh, wow.
So
AM or
it was FM. Yeah, KGFN,
Wow, okay.
89.1 FM. That's all right. So I start talking to him. Nice guy. Dusty Fenders, not his real name, I don't think. But so he gives me a CD of his radio show. And I said, well, I'm a hack musician. I'm an amateur musician. I've written songs. I said, if I send you one of my songs, would you play it on your show? And he said, yeah, why don't you send me some songs? So I did. When I got back home, I sent him some songs, excuse me, and he played them on his show. We became friends. I started writing little jingles for his show. His show was called the Carl and Dusty Radio Boogie. It's a pretty good show, but they played bluegrass music and things. It wasn't my kind of show.
Yeah.
But
It's
it was a fun
Nevada.
show. I sent them some songs, and they played them, and then I started writing jingles. And soon after, they asked me if I wanted to have my own show. I had never thought about having a radio show. So this was 2011. So then I gave it a thought. Why not? It sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So for about a year and a half, I was thinking, what kind of show could I do? And the Beatles and Elvis were my top two. Yeah, why don't I do a show about the Beatles and Elvis? So, I have two kids. One of my sons, Paul, came up with the name, the Mop Tops and the King. He was 14 at the time. He's 29 now.
Wow.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
It goes by like that.
Yep.
So after a year and a half of doing the Mop Tops and the King on Radio Goldfield, I started pitching the show to other stations. And, the first one was a little tough, a station in New Hampshire. The next one was Northampton, Valley Free Radio. One after the other, after the other. Oh, and I was thinking, when I get to 20 shows, that's going to be great. But once you get to 20, you don't want 20. You want 25, you 30, 50. I'm at 114. I'm still pitching the show to other stations, anybody who might be looking for an oldies show to fill a slot.
Right. I mean, they're always looking for that.
It's a fantastic hobby.
Yeah.
And if anybody who may be watching who is interested in having their own radio show, some people might call it a podcast. I call it a radio show. It's played on the radio. I'd be willing to,
Help them out?
Help them out, give them advice, anything that I can do. I'm not an expert, but
Right.
I've had some success. I know
there's no doubt.
I know some stations that might be looking for shows.
They're always looking.
Yeah, they
Even
are.
cable TV are looking
Yeah.
for shows.
They tend to drop you without notice, though. You go, if you find out that you go to listen to one of your shows, you find out it's not playing. In radio, they don't let you know when they're going to.
Well, it's a lot of shows.
Yeah, so that's a lot of times stations may change format.
Owners.
Yeah, so I've been dropped a bunch of times. I have a list of stations that used to play the show that no longer play it.
Let me
That's
ask you this.
growing.
Do you get a lot of rejections?
Yeah, when the phone don't ring, I know it's them calling. I do. A lot of times they just don't get back to you.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I sent an email today to a station in Oregon that I just happened to come across. So I pitched my show to them this morning. And if you could help, there's one station I'm dying to get on that I've been trying to get on for about 10 years. And that's WMEX in Boston, oldies station. I know that Ben, your friend Ben, I send him the show every week. He says, maybe someday, but it's a perfect show for that station, WMEX. I think it's 1590 maybe, AM.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
It's in Boston,
Yeah,
Quincy.
no, yeah.
And they have a good following. It's a good oldies station. That'd be a great place to be on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we mentioned it on the we mentioned it.
And
WMEX, please have Mr. Chelmsford radio program on your show.
Yeah.
That's all we can do.
Stick it at 1 a.m. or sometimes I don't get the best time slots. Sometimes you're on at 1 a.m. On a Monday. That's
Yeah, but there's somebody listening.
Probably.
There is somebody listening.
Because I've heard from a couple listeners. In fact, I've made some friends, some good friends, by people who listen to the show. A couple that lives in Nashua heard the show, and he started sending me these voiceovers. Now I have like about 10 of his voiceovers. He does really good imitations of like the Beatles.
Oh, no kidding.
And he's, this is Paul from Liverpool, and you're listening to the Mop Tops and the King. He sends me that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
That I get these people.
Where is your studio?
It's in the basement, like the MTK studio.
MTK?
Yeah.
It's in the basement.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Can you run a radio station yourself out of there?
Well, no, I just that's where I record the show.
Yeah,
it's a pre-recorded show, and it gets sent out on a weekly basis. I have a mass email. Everyone's blind copied, and it goes out to all the 114 stations.
Let me ask you. You don't have albums, LPs, remember, or CDs. You use MP3.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the standard. I have a library of
explain what MP3 is.
I don't even know what it stands for. I should.
But it's out of your computer.
Yeah, it's a digital file. It's somewhat compressed. Some people don't like them. You have WAV files, which are a tiny bit better quality, but they take up an enormous amount of disk space.
I see.
You have the MP3, which is much smaller disk space, and I can't tell the difference. I've been sending the show out for 15 years. They play MP3s. The quality's pretty good.
I see that you were on the Go-Go radio show in Gibraltar.
Yeah, I've been on that for quite a few years. I don't count that as a country though, because it's a territory of the UK.
I didn't say.
Oh, no.
I just said Gibraltar.
Go Radio Gibraltar plays it.
And then you're on Hospital Radio in Chelmsford, UK.
Yeah, I'm also on Did you realize that there's this thing called Hospital Radio in the UK?
I did not.
It's pretty big.
Is it?
And I guess a lot of DJs, presenters as they're called in the UK, get their start in Hospital Radio.
No kidding.
Yeah. So I'm on another hospital radio, Radio Nen Valley. I don't know what the town is. It might be Nen Valley. But since you said Chelmsford, we have a sister town, Chelmsford, England.
The United Kingdom, yes.
Yeah, and they have Chelmsford Community Radio 104.4, and they're strict. They play my show, and they've been playing it for over 10 years because I'm from Chelmsford. They only take local people. But they made an exception for me because I'm from Chelmsford.
I think it's great.
I got to get over there because I have a few friends, and they love my American accent, I think. But I like their accent.
I remember when the new police station was opened up, and they had Bobbies from Chelmsford come from UK.
Okay.
And
have you been to England?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, I'd love to go.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, it's a 6-hour flight. I mean, it's a 6-hour flight to California, 6-hour flight to London.
I'd like to see a few of the Beatles sites in London, and then take a train to Liverpool.
Yeah, all right.
Just hang out in Liverpool a little, hang out in an English pub. Maybe
a lot of English pubs.
Maybe stay at a little country B&B, and then come back.
In fact, my daughter wants to go there for Christmas. So we'll see.
I've asked my wife. She's not too keen on it. One of my sons might go with me.
What, to go?
To England.
Oh, why not? I mean, they speak English.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know. And all the towns are the same.
I mean, it's a great experience. You could go visit Oxford, Cambridge, Stonehenge.
Right.
I
want to go to 3 Savile Row.
3 Savile Road
in downtown London, and then look up and say, that's where the Beatles played up on the roof. And then I'll go to and then I have to walk across Abbey Road. Those are the two things that I have to do, Beatleless.
Listen.
Then I'll hit the road to Liverpool.
you could do it. You could go there in the fall, go
Yeah.
there in the spring.
Yeah, that's what's because one of a guy from Chelmsford Community Radio, he came to Chelmsford last spring.
Oh, no
He was
kidding.
a guest. We had dinner at my house.
I could have had him on the show.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Yeah,
And he
next time.
he promises to give me a tour around London. Really nice, super friendly.
My experience is take advantage of it while
Yeah.
you can. You never know what's going to happen. You know, the guy, you know, may sprain his ankle or something like that.
There's one thing I wanted to mention. I have about 9 people that work on the show, you know, that do spots on the show, like little 1-minute segments, 2-minute segments.
1 minute
1 to
segments?
2 minutes. And they're regular guests on the show. You know, not all on the same show, of course, but every other week.
Didn't I do a segment for you 9 years ago?
You did a voiceover for me.
voice for you.
Yeah, I'll have to
A
play it for
voiceover.
you. You're
That's what it
famous. You're famous.
I
But
doubt it.
There's a couple guys in England that do a spot. You know, they don't know each other, but I've met them through social media and so on.
Oh, cool.
One guy, Derek Shelmerdine, wrote a book called Rock and Roll Unraveled. It's like 700 pages thick, the history of rock and roll.
Wow.
Yeah. So he does a segment every other week called Unraveled, where he talks about Beatles or Elvis. And then there's a couple of people in Texas, one Priscilla, who does Spotlight on Elvis, and a few other people. I can't name them all, but I'm going to feel bad that I didn't mention everybody.
Okay, I mean.
But there's 9 people that do segments. I even have a college kid, AJ, who's my intern, who does stuff for the show.
Wow, good for
Goes
you.
to school in Texas, and he's a huge Beatles and Elvis fan.
Wow. We're talking to Steve Chelmsford. He's from Chelmsford. He grew up in Chelmsford, played baseball for Chelmsford, was a shortstop on the Chelmsford baseball team.
Yeah.
Did you go to UMass Lowell for engineering?
I did.
And then he got a job at Hanscom Field. He worked there, and now he's retired, and he has a show called the Mop Tops and the King's Radio. We have less than 3 minutes to go.
Okay.
What do you want to say? You want to?
Well, you mentioned baseball. I wasn't good enough to be on the U-Lowell team, though.
Okay.
A guy that was on the team with me my senior year, Mike Ring, he was a standout pitcher for 4 years. Let's see, I like to say hello to my wife. I can't come on and not say hi to Nancy.
Okay.
My 2 adult children.
Nancy, hello.
Yeah, Stephen and Paul. They're late 20s, early 30s.
All right.
They're big Beatle and Elvis fans.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, Nancy, my wife, she tolerates them because I'm always working on the show. So it's sometimes that's why I'm in the basement. Because it's going to drive her crazy.
I met Nancy and you at the hockey game.
Oh, yeah,
you were a big advocate of UMass Lowell hockey. Do you still have season tickets?
I don't, but we need to update our season tickets.
Yeah.
I've only been to 1 game so far, and they got shellacked by Western Michigan 6-0.
Wow, they're the second-ranked team. I mean, what do you expect?
But they have a good goalie, I hear. Elliott, what do you think?
Yeah, he's a freshman.
He's good.
Not bad, not bad. He's a freshman. What do you expect? I mean,
well, Hellebuck was a freshman way back.
Yeah.
He's the best goalie in the world right now. Remember him?
That's true. Yeah, I remember him.
So.
I remember those days.
Yeah. Oh, I do want to say congratulations to the Chelmsford High baseball team for winning the state championship. Good. When I was a junior, we made it to the Eastern Mass tournament. We were second in the Merrimack Valley. And first game we played Arlington, who was the first place team of the Greater Boston League. And we beat them.
Do you know that Chelmsford High was on the New England Baseball Journal? It was on the summer edition, their cover, and I'll show you a picture of it. I have it on my phone.
I went to the semifinal game
did you?
At Lasher Park. It was fantastic.
Great.
The electricity, it was really a great game.
They were ranked 12th, weren't they?
They were underdog of every team. I was impressed what I saw out on the field.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
It was an electric game.
They were in the 4th of July parade.
Yeah, I saw that. They deserved to be there.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It was a really good moment.
Listen, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Time flies when we're talking and so forth. I'll see you maybe at a hockey game.
I'm going to get that coin to you. It's a really beautiful coin.
All right.